Pisces. My hair is frizzy, Pisces. Okay. Happy birthday, Pisces. I am Lisi, the High Priestess. I like to tell stories on my readings, so it will not resonate with everyone. Press like, subscribe, notification bell if you happen to like a good story. Um, Press like, subscribe, notification bell. With the notification bell, you can get my lives. If not, you'll have to wait 12 hours. All right, what do we have for Pisces? Okay. Pisces. I'm still here. Ooh, Colombia, flamingo. Okay, dancing the flamingo to also straight eye from the queer eye or something like that. Straight guy with the queer eye or the queer. I don't know. There was a show. Okay, so there's a very handsome man right here. Okay, I want to say LGBT. Please forgive me. Okay, the gay community. All right, someone represents it. Okay, also, that's the topic. All right, past that, I'm going to go past that because that really kind of don't matter to me. Also, you could be seeing a lot of rainbows. I see you by a waterfall, also very majestic. The sound of waterfalls, beautiful birds. There's a lot of exotic birds, okay? But there's specifically one exotic bird. This exotic bird is a flamingo. She has long legs. Also, the flamingo dance, if you know about, I think in Colombia they might do it, bachata or something like that. Okay. Word on the street, Bad Bunny's dating Kendall or whatnot, allegedly. All right. Also, pretty in pink too. Like, I don't know. I just see someone like dressed to impress, looking very beautiful, coming in very gracefully. Also, you could be in the tropics. Like, I imagine the tropics. Colombia. Okay. Instead, someone's going out to a farm. Also, a very exotic egg or something like that. Also, they do say, if you've been following with me, Colombia, because I know I had said it on my Talk to Me to follow me, watch Narco Colombia with me. So I'm going to get into that. I was also watching another documentary about his son, about how he actually did not approve on how Narco Colombia portrayed his father, because his father did a lot of fucked up things to people. And if you look through the movie, I really didn't get like the hero vibe out of him. Maybe it's depending on who you see it from. I saw a narcissistic type of man that never took accountability for the things that he did. He kept getting away with things, and he was so used to getting away with things that when he wasn't getting away with things, he got bored. For example, he built a whole prison for himself, and everything was all good until two people showed up missing. Seven of Swords. Oh, no, wait, this is the Magician. And that's a lot of snow. So also, this also reminds me of the polar vortex right now. It's like off its lateral or something like that. The axle has literally rotated to the other side, by the way. Also, this is just information that I'm sharing as well. This is not prediction. I don't always predict. I talk about other stuff. I feel like the topic here is the tropics. I hear the tropics, Antarctica, two different kind of weathers, the snow and the sun at the same time in 2 days. You get to feel warmth, and then all of a sudden you feel the cold. That is what is happening right now with the weather. This, I feel like a typhoon or typhoon. I can't, but like two types of weathers. And on the news, it's actually saying that. Okay, so someone could be a weather reporter right here. Also, someone does like global forecast on the weather. All right. I feel like someone's affiliated with the news. like real live news from the worldwide. Someone is an actual person that does this. This is not a YouTube creator right here. Someone that actually forecasts the weather. All right. So I see that someone can see beyond the horizon. The bees and the penguins are very important. I was just thinking this before I got on. I was like, I feel like we're going to start artificially um, creating hybrids of exotic animals so they can survive. Also, Jurassic Park, heavy emphasis on Jurassic Park. Also, like a lot of National Geographic, all right, studying a lot about the bees. Bees are so important. Okay, like after you find out how important the bees are, you're like willing to help them. Also, I believe there's certain parts in the world, and I believe it's in Latin America, where the bees are all inside, like where the donuts are at, and they don't harm them. I believe it actually is Colombia or Veracruz, one of the two. But they let the bees, the bees are very important. Okay, so are the penguins. I feel like the penguins on the North Pole are very, very important. These exotic birds are important to our ecosystem, is what I hear. I don't know why it's so important. Maybe you're studying something at school or your kid is or something like that. But it is very important in the world. Right now, our animal kingdom depends on our weather, and we're about to have a change. So when we're having one day like this and one day like that, eerie things are going to happen. For example, a certain bird that isn't used to the heat can just drop dead or just stay frozen all of a sudden. Like I believe the frogs, if they get cold enough, their heart just slows down. They're still alive, like the fish and the Amazon. When the dry season, they're like stuck in the mud or whatever, and once they get like their body's already used to being in dry condition, that when the water comes on, they appear. I feel like the birds meeting opposite polar vortex, opposites too. So I feel like someone can be an ecologist too, or someone studies Mother Nature or birds. Also, here the Darwin series. I don't know if there's a series. It's actually the Darwin theory, natural selection. Someone can actually work like at a pet store or as a veterinarian or something like that. This is like further research on something you could be doing. Someone's learning the lungs of a duck. The Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Gold. You get paid for this. Someone gets a zoologist. I don't know. Zoologist. I don't know. Someone works at the zoo or someone takes care of animals. Heavy emphasis on the ducks, like someone's informing the public about certain things, like don't feed the ducks this, or the migration of the ducks, or like ducks are being confused because of the weather. Because I believe they fly south when it gets cold, but the groundhog did predict. Okay, the groundhog did predict 6 more weeks of winter. The Chariot card. Someone could also be in Alaska sledding. The Four of Swords and the Emperor. Someone is sledding. Someone is also going to be able to just get up one day and go sledding and then come back and the weather's just fine. Also, I believe there was an avalanches. Okay, that also makes it very dangerous in hiking trips, because I was watching something on Discovery Channel about how the weather changes in Alaska and the high altitudes, that it actually goes like that. And it can create like an actual so imagine that you're going up a mountain like that, right? And the wind is hitting you like this. It can actually pick you up and throw you somewhere else. Or even if you fly through, let's say you were to fall, you wouldn't fall straight down. You will be like a leaf. Forgot what it was called. Something amongst that line. sitting all fucked up. It's bad. It's a bad hair day. Like that's how I feel. Like I've been hiking and the weather changed all of a sudden. So be very look. If you go hiking and you do a lot of Mother Nature walks and stuff like that, just know that the weather can change on you at any time. I feel like someone is actually researching this, or someone actually predicts worldwide weather change. Whatever it is, if you're actually a hiker out there, pay attention to the weather because right now we're going through a time where the weather really is like this. Like it really is. I feel like that's Mother Nature's temperature right now. That's how she feels because when you are moving an axis this way, so literally the weather is going to rotate different. Where there used to be a lot of sun, it's going to be a lot of cold. And where there used to be a lot of cold, it's going to be a lot of sun. So the time is going to change because let's imagine if it's going like this, wouldn't the time be changing forward? And if you're going back like this, we're going back into time. I just feel like it's literally going like this. It's just a time. All right. A time lapse. Ten of Swords. I feel like someone has that little, those magnetic balls that you go like that on their desk. I noticed that a lot of smart people tend to have that. Also, that little measuring time of salt, that too. Quicksand, lava on the bottom. If our earth is changing right now, so is the dirt, the air quality, the water, everything is changing. And we all get to see it firsthand. So just be very aware of, if you are aware of the change of times, then, you know, the survival of the fittest, conditioning to survive, learning how to adapt to our hostile environment. Whether we're talking real life storms, or we're talking emotions, or we're talking about spiritual battles, or we're talking about like physical battles that you're going through, just understand, you must learn to adapt to your hostile environment in order for you to survive, in order for your lineage to survive. You must make it a habit to where it's passed down in your genetic code and therefore passed down to your children's children. So that shit that we were learning in biology is actually coming to play. Blessings.